Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the head elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well and teach well. Also want to give a shout out there to the hopeful elect, to Yahawah, and Yahawah who are sincerely in this truth, as well as believers of this web, not just believers, but doers as well. And again to you, I'd like to say Shalom. All right, this is just going to be another quick lesson through the spirit of power, Yahawah. And like always, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. But getting straight into it, as you can see the title of this one, just dealing with how our people, Salakia, I haven't exactly came up with a title, but going into just how our people have took on upon the, basically the ways of nudity in this kingdom, okay? Which it goes back to ancient Greek customs, as you can see here. I just did a simple Google search. What empire embraced nudity the most? All right, and as you know, we all should know. But like I said, it was just in my spirit, because when you walk around Babylon, that you know what I mean. That's all you see, man. Okay, a bunch of our women, mainly our women, especially our women. Okay, embrace their nakedness, which as well goes into the curses, which Lord will, we're gonna get that as well later on in the video. But mainly just dealing with our people, which these people again, they took upon the ways of Babylon. All right, when you go back to the ancient customs, the Lord is totally against basically you revealing your nakedness, because showing nakedness is a way of shame, man. All right, but again, it's an ancient Greek custom. Matter of fact, let's just read here. It says ancient Greek society, particularly in Athens and Sparta, is often cited as having the most embrace of nudity, especially among men. Now, you see even the men too. You got these shorts called hoochie daddy shorts. The Yahawah. And Jake, Jake walk outside. Which a lot of Jakes walk outside with a little Yahawah shorts. Some of us down here call them white boy shorts or whatever. When they had a little baseball shorts. Even in certain sports. What is that? Basketball. You go back. Like during the 90s. They used to wear the little shorts and shit, man. Well, look, that goes again. That goes back to the ancient Greek ways, man. Okay, and here it is, Babylon, the land of confusion. This is Rome 2.0 all over again, which this proves that these are the Edomites, man. The people that run this place, they're the Edomites. Because when you look into this as well, now I know I looked it up earlier and mentioned Rome. It actually said Greece and Rome. But that's crazy. They just, matter of fact, right here in the Wikipedia, it says, in ancient Greece, nudity became associated with the perfection of the gods. In ancient Rome, complete nudity could be a public disgrace, though it could be, and it says that's a little more on it. Let me see. Which, usually when you click on this shit, man, I think it'd be starting you at the top, man. I want to see if I can find where I left off. Yeah, here you go. Yep, in ancient Greece, nudity became associated with the perfection of the gods. In ancient Rome, complete nudity could be a public disgrace, though it could be seen at the public baths or in erotic art. In Western world, with the spread of Christianity, any positive associations with nudity were replaced with concepts of sin and shame. Although rediscovery of Greek idols in the Renaissance restored the nude to symbolic meaning in art. So, when you go into it, it goes back, it's a source to it, man. All right. And the Romans, they took upon that shit too, man. Why they trying to throw that out there, like it was a complete disgrace, man. That's really bullshit. Because certain Romans, you look at the sculptures, of certain figures and stuff. They have his secret parts exposed, even upon a woman that have her secret parts exposed, And here it is, we're just in Rome all over again, man. Okay? This the land of confusion, where you can worship whatever God you want. You can do whatever the hell you want, man. All right? Anything that deals with confusion, man. Okay? You can do whatever type of wickedness you want here in Babylon the Great. And again, the point of the video, our people have took upon those ways, man. And you see it, because when you go into, matter of fact, when you go into the scriptures, but I want to finish reading this up here. When you go into the scriptures, which we're going to jump into in just a second, different scriptures, the Lord really rebuke, you basically chasing after beauty. All right? But let's finish this so we can get some precepts. It says, especially among men, while it was not universally accepted across all Greek city-states, it was common in public spaces like gymnasiums and sporting events. And that's the spirit. That's what you got today, man. You go in the fucking gym, bro. Like, damn, sometimes you can't even concentrate. It's a broad in there with her cheeks out. You working out. She squatting. You know what I mean? Like, god damn. It'll throw you off. But see, I ain't gonna lie, through the spirit, I go in there, man. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna use that shit as motivation. Let me keep going, So like my father, man, gotta bear with me. But hey, like Pastor, I say, man, hey, you gotta have fun with this thing. But you go in the gym, you got fucking moles and shit. They come in there all fucking, you know what I mean? Tight sweatpants and shit. You have things like that in the gym, but it goes back, bro, to the ways of the Greeks. It says Sparta also had a unique practice where women as well as men would sometimes be naked in public processions and festivals. It says Spartan culture emphasized physical training and discipline. This was reflected in the practice of nudity during sports and public events. You can really do your research, man. I really want to get into these precepts. Get into them and do your research. All right, but this is Judges chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, and the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord Yahawah and served Balaam. It says, and they forsake the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, power of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and follow other gods, and of the gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger. And this is what our people have done. Okay, here it is, they in this land, and they have took upon the gods of the people around them. All right, again, going back to these dealing with that nudity shit, man. All right, and you see it, man. You can't get away from it. It's all over Babylon. You can't even tell a woman to cover up. That's offensive, man. All right, I was in the store maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, man. I'm walking in. It was like an art store. Matter of fact, that's the spirit. It was like an art store, arts and crafts store. And there was a little Eve in there, man. And she had like the little shorts, the little tight shorts that come up high on her thigh. And she had she had the korbah. Basically, the print of her korbah was showing, man. And I'm like, whoa, it blew me for a second. You know what I mean? And as a man, we're going to look. We're going to look regardless. But I'm like, it had me in a spirit of like disbelief, like, god damn, like, no shame at all. No shame at all. And I'm looking upon this, man. I'm like, she looked good too. Don't get me wrong now, She was, I'm talking about body banging, skin glowing, even, some Eve's on point. But I'm like, man, this is crazy, But I'm like, people don't see nothing wrong with that because that's the image of our people, man. All right? Especially the image of dealing with our women. The image of our women is whoredom, shameless. Okay? And so if I was to go and correct her, like, you know what I mean? Like, you tripping. What you doing? Like, come on, man. It's kids around here. People will come and attack me, and bash me like I'm off. Let her be comfortable. She should be able to wear what she want to wear. Even men. Like, no, bro, you doing too much. You got weak niggas like that. See, Babylon the Great has totally broken down our people. This is why we call upon the Lord, man. All right? Because, see, 2/3 of our people, they're totally through. That mindset, it's like they can't get right, man. They've been so, as we often mention, they done drunken off that wine, man. They drunk too much. You see? They can't sober up. You know, you try to give them all type of things to sober up. You know, a lemon. But they can't sober up. They done drunken too much of that juice to the point to where they even vomiting, man. You know? And they still want to be at the bar. Oh, like you say, they done been at the bar too long, man. You see? And again, man, like, our women, they have no shame when it comes to this. You know? They have no shame. I be even talking I was talking to one bride, you know, and she was, I ain't gonna lie, you know, she appeared to be an Edomite or whatever. But the point is, you know, even her, she was like, yeah, you shouldn't tell women what they should wear and what they not should wear. My thing is, bro, if I'm taking a woman out with me, oh, you gonna have fucking respect for me. You gonna put some goddamn clothes on, man. Cause I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do that. We don't play that. That's just how I was raised. And, you know, the scripts say, train up a child in the way that he should go and he shall not depart from it. You know? And this is, my grandmother them used to, you know, put me on things like this. You know, to hell with that. You know, my grandmama, my mom, that damn demon, she act like, she pretend like it ain't no problem, but she know damn well. I even asked her, because we was having a conversation, you know, I even asked her once upon a time about it, like, yo, how would you feel if I brought a woman to the, you know, to your house looking like this, woo, 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 and she, you know, she trying to justify, you don't judge nobody, you know how they do in the world, but she kept beating around the bush. Well, I ain't got to worry about that because I know that ain't what you like. Yeah, nigga, you know what I mean? Because you know that shit is off, man. You know? But just going back to the point, yeah, you know, Salakia for rambling, you know, and ranting. But going back to the point, you know, our people have cleaved unto the ways of Babylon the Great, man, to where our people are broken down. Remember, the scriptures goes into, we often pull it out, Lamentations 4:1, it says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? How is the stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street? You know, and we used to have a standard about ourselves. And our standard was the scriptures, man. All right? But here it is, we have totally turned from the ways of the scriptures and cleaved unto the ways of our enemies, man. Now here we are, and you see the effects of that, man. You see? Our people, they're low, okay? They're known as criminals. They're the face of, you know, the crime. Again, like I said, our women are the face of whoredom, man. All right, but like I said, Lord, hey, man, one thing about the Lord, hey, to hell with someone on the outer appearance, it's all about the inside, man. All right? But let me get a few scriptures on, you know, how the Lord, he don't really, you know, deal with beauty. And that's something that Babylon itself pushes upon the people, even like women in obesity. You know, you should be, you know what I mean, a woman that's obese. You know, they'll tell her be comfortable in your skin. Meanwhile, this bitch is having heart attacks because, you know what I mean, she's obese. And she's falling asleep everywhere, man. You see? Let me see. It says, let me see, Salakia. Let me see. It was one. Damn, what is that? In Proverbs. Oh, yep, this is one. This is Proverbs 16:25. It says, "Lust not after beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her with her eyelids." And I believe that goes into dealing with even Babylon the Great. You see, Babylon the Great. This seems a luxurious kingdom. You know, everything here is at your fingertips. Again, going back to the nakedness. You know, the nudity. All right, and see, you women, that you feel free. You know, you feel like, nobody can't tell you nothing to do because you can wear what you want to wear. Well, it's the reason why the Lord commanded our women to be in strange apparel, which, so like not strange apparel, but modest apparel, which, let me get that as well. It's a reason, okay? Because here it is, you in the land of confusion. You got a lot of freaks out here, man. And very well, we are coming into those times, man. Like the beloved Elder Malcolm in Chicago often say, all you women that like to ride the cop carousel is finna get ready to ride you, man. All right, you rejoiced in your shameless, acts. You rejoiced, and dealing with different men, and you know what I mean, twerking on the headlights at the red lights. They had a video where the bride was twerking on a car and fell off and got ran over. And that was judgment of the Lord, man. Because here it is, hey, man, those whoredom acts finna come back and bite a lot of you women in the ass, man. All right? And then you demand respect at that, man. To hell up out of here with that, man. This 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9, it says, "In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array." And that's the Spirit says with shamefacedness, man. That's what the Lord did with shamefacedness. You ain't always trying to be seen, man. Okay? You put up, all right, your body, covered up. You try to cover your body up, especially, you know what I mean? If you got that type of, shape, you try to, like I said, bro, we in captivity for one, but goddamn, have some respect about yourself. Women come out here and, like I said, the bra, she had the little shorts on with the, with a print showing. Like, come on, man. Have some class and respect about yourself, man. And here it is. This is what the Lord commanded our women for, man. Being shamefaced. Not always in different dudes' faces. Not always in the club with a fucking Don Julio bottle on top of your head. Screaming at the top of your lungs. Shaking your tail feather. Which, that's a main call within itself. When a woman, shake her tail. It's like going back to the peacock, man. You showing those feathers. That's a main call, man. And see, a lot of you women, you do that and you reject men. Jake be come up on, you do that, you calling out. Jake come up on and grab on you, then you like, nah, get up on. Well, guess what? See, when those lights go out, man, all that shit finna change. All that's finna change, man. Like we mentioned, the car carousel finna get ready to ride you, man. All because of your shame. All because you wasn't shameful, man. You see? This shit finna get real out here, man. And the reason why, the Spirit have this going into that direction of you women, because, you are the weaker vessel. All right? You're going to become a resource in that day. That's all you are. You're going to be likened unto food in that day, man. You see? Because here it is, you took the ways of Babylon and you motherfuckers ran with it, man. So lock you for my language, but it's the truth. You ran with it. Causing hell upon Jake. A lot of men are in the grave and in those prison cells because of fucking women, man. Whether they was raised by them or they was mistreated by them, man. For foolishness. So a lot of you women finna get ready to, pay the piper, man. And that's why we command, not just, the men of Israel, but you women as well to fear the Lord, man. All right? So going back to the point, dealing with the beauty, You know, you can't fall for beauty, man. Especially a woman. Matter of fact, let's see. Let me get that real quick. Because speak about a woman that's not shameless. To stumble not at a woman's beauty. Yeah, here go a couple. This one right here. Yep, here they are. I'm gonna start right here in Sirach 9:8. It says, "Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire." And considering, man, a lot of men have failed, into the ways of adultery because of a beautiful woman. That's why it says, look not upon another's beauty, man. If she got a man, even though she look good, she bad, she got the tights on, man, that thing out, you know what I mean? Hey, GMS, bro, we keep it real over here, man. If you can't handle it, go find you something else to watch, man. All right? We don't sugarcoat nothing. This is reality we deal with, man. But yeah, she got the body out and shit, man, But she got a man, man. Lord said, don't look upon her beauty, man. Look the other way. Don't be taken about her beauty, man. Another thing is, too, a lot of women will set you up. A lot of women will set you up, especially around these parts where we from, I'm pretty sure every brother can testify that. All over Babylon, women will set you up, man. You see? So you can't be easily to fall into the hands of her beauty. Okay? It says, jumping down, it says, oh yeah, this is another, Sirach 11:2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. Yeah, don't envy these jakes out here either. For what they have, for what they look like. To hell with these niggas, man. You see? A lot of these niggas, man, is going to get ready to get dealt with, man. Because the Lord ain't dealing with them. Reason why the Lord let these niggas half at it, because they the wicked. All right? They do wickedness. This is their kingdom. You see? But guess what? Scripture say, envy not a sinner. Not, basically his lot, roughly paraphrasing. You see? Because the Lord got a date for them niggas as well, man. So envy not that as well. Like I said, but that's something Babylon pushed the edge up. Here it is. You come over here, man. This shit, it get real. You ain't gonna look the best. But don't get me wrong, brothers got confidence. We know every Israelite brother is beautiful, man, in his own way, man. Every brother is, what I mean? We got, we got the shine of the Lord upon us. We got that wisdom upon us. And you got to have the eye to see it. I tell the bride, look, baby, I know I look good, You see? But to continue, it says, let's get Sirach 25:21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Yeah, that's thinking with your second head, man. A lot of Jakes fall into that temptation. We all fall to that temptation, and we see where those situations can lead us. I'm pretty sure plenty of brothers that gain wisdom off the experience of this scripture right here, man. You see? But yeah, man, that's it just makes beauty is not everything. It's not the end all be all, man. Okay? That's basically what the Lord's saying, It's not the end all be all. All right? A lot of Jakes hook up with these women just for what she look like, but she's a fucking bitch though, She ain't nothing but trouble, man. This girl, she looks so good. Red bones, she body banging. Some Jake like the chocolate bras, she chocolate thing, skin shining. She glowing, Doc. She glowing. I think this the one. Nah, man. To hell with that damn hoe, man. She got two different baby daddies and shit. I'll be like, yo, even though she look good, it's some nigga out here that she got on his fucking last nerve, man. It's a reason why she's single, you know? I be thinking that. You know, especially if she look good, man. You know, especially if she up in age and look good. You know, she ain't got no kids. You know, I really be skeptical at, you know, like that. Like, yo, what's up? What's to it, you know? But yeah, though, man, just going back to the point, man, like, you know, beauty is not everything, man. You know, and, you know, our people, they took upon that carnal ass shit, man. You know, they all about, you know, like I said, man, we Israelites now. You know, Jake get decked out. I got to throw that out there, man. Jake got style or whatever, but it's not the end all be all, man. All right, but it didn't got to the point to where Jake is not even shameful anymore. All right, a Jake woman don't even consider a covering up. Hell, a Jake man will walk outside, you know, fucking damn near half naked now, man. This shit is bad, and it gotta go. It got to go, man. So yeah, that's you know, I ain't gonna rant too much, man. It's lock it. You know, I just wanted to get the point on that, man. Yep, I think that's it. That's all I had. So yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna end up by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor to the head elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well. And to the next time, I'd like to say, Shalom.